Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Today we're going to showcase Scholl Concepts S2 Black Extra Heavy Cut. Now, this is a one-step product, but they made it extra cut so you can go after some deeper imperfections with less dusting and easy wipe off. I've been really looking forward to taking a look at this product, and maybe we'll compare it with some other similar products. Let's see how it performs. Let's get started with the video. S2 Black is a one-step with extra cut. 16 ounces for $35.99. It brags of giving a great cut with a glossy finish with low dust and easy wipe off. Can be used with a rotary polisher or dual action polisher as well. It's also body shop safe, meaning there are no waxes, silicones, or toxic solvents within the formula. When it comes to cut and finish, out of 8, it would be a 7 out of 8 for cut and a 7 out of 8 for finish, and that's according to them. So we're going to find that out. We have a panel that's ready to go. If you're going to use this, or you're going to do any type of correction, you want to do a wash, decontamination, which means clay, iron remover, and then follow up with a panel prep or IP solution to make sure there are no old waxes or sealants on the surface to get caught up in your pad and really slow the progress of your correction. So I'm going to mask a couple areas off, use some different grit sandpaper, mark this up, put some imperfections on the panel, and we'll see how this performs, and maybe even put it up against some other similar products that are in its category. Let's get going. I have 4 designated areas here. This will be for 1500 grit, 2000 grit, 2500 grit, and 3000. So let me lay down the sand marks and then we can have some fun. That was the 1500. This is going to be the 2000 grit. $2,500 grit right here. And finally, 3000 grit. Remove the masking tape so we can take a trip up and back with a polisher and a pad. And again, 1500 grit, 2000, 2500, and 3000. A decent one-step really teams up well with the Eurofiber 50/50 pad. So we attached it to a 3-inch polisher, and let me take a trip up and back just to get a feel of what this one-step will do. And then what we can do is compare it to some other polishes and one-steps in its category, such as 3D1 and Extreme Solutions LVR 500. 1 trip down, 1 trip back. The speed will be set between the 3rd and the 4th speed setting. Correction speed, 1 inch every second or 2. And pressure will be just the weight of the polisher itself. Get the rich formula mixed up, shake it up really well. 3 pea-sized drops. Guys, this stuff really does perform well. I really do enjoy it. I don't use a ton of Scholl Concepts correction fluids. Some of them tend to dust. It doesn't mean they do not perform. I just believe nowadays, with everything available, there really should be no excuse for dusting whatsoever. And you can see this stuff really does well. Excellent turnaround, really decent cut, and exceptional finish. So we'll take 3D1 and we'll lay down a path right next to the S2 black and see what we get. The pad completely cleaned off. Now it's time for 3D1 right next to it. And as we come in for a closer look, you can see right here we could actually switch over to a finish pad. But very similar to the S2. Maybe had a little bit of trouble here at the 1500 grit. We'll bring in Extreme Solutions LVR 500 Flawless Cut. So I'm not sure what's coming through the camera, but to me here, the LVR 500 finished down very well. The 3D1 had probably the most cut, and the S2 Black had probably the best balance out of the three. By the way, this panel is medium, maybe leaning a little bit towards soft when it comes to the type of clear coat we're working on. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to correct everything that's left over with a larger polisher, a larger throw polisher. We're going to stay with the Eurofiber 50/50 pad, but we'll use the S2 Black to just completely correct the panel, see what we have left. Okay, I did a crisscross pattern that is equal to 2 passes, and I did an extra large. You wouldn't want to work an area this large, but I wanted to see how it reacted. You can work, it has a very long open time or cycle time, no dusting whatsoever. I'm very happy about that. Let's remove this residue and see how it performed, see what it left behind. Again, this panel is trashed, that's why it's not on the vehicle to begin with, so there are going to be a lot of things left behind. So you can see some marks here and here. For the most part, did a great job. It finishes down really, really well. I would say another pass or two and this would be completely corrected, but very impressive. That's going to bring us to the final thoughts segment of this video. I really enjoyed playing with this product. It has a nice balance. It has a decent cut, a decent finish, and everything in between. It has a nice, impressive cycle time or open time with no dusting whatsoever, so you can take your time with it. These products, and there's going to be more of these to come out, and rightly so. As the years go by and clear coats are thinner and softer on these newer vehicles, you're going to need to have a product like this on hand to team up with the right pad, because they're going to be pad dependent, and get around that vehicle in just one trip to remove those imperfections with no measurable clear coat removed whatsoever. That's going to be very important, and some of us really need to adjust our approach when it comes to correction on these new vehicles. Products like this and many others that are coming out will help. This is going to get a very impressive rating on this channel. If you have any questions at all, leave them down in the comments section. Brian from Apex Detail. Catch you in the next video.